Subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and never miss an update from latest lead.
First thing first, mounted on this big scale, this huge, massive scale, this film. Millions of views you have garnered with the trailer. What are you going to achieve? The box office numbers will be like smashing, or are you there to win the hearts of the audiences?
Both.
I think, the first thing is the intention to make a film is to win the hearts. When you win the hearts, the numbers will come. If you don't win the hearts, the numbers don't come. So they're not too different. How do you know that you won hearts? By the numbers.
True.
So they're not two different things at all.
The stock question, what was about this character that fancied you the most, that made you think about this character and do a film on him?
Let me answer first. I loved her character. I think her character is called Savitribai Malusare in the character, and I think her strength is what actually drew me to her. The way she stands up, what she says in the film, who she is, and how much of a complete character she is actually what drew me to her. It's not a really it's not. The film is not based on her, let me put it that way. But she's definitely somebody that is like an unforgettable piece of the film.
So she's a brave heart too, right?
In her own way, yes.
In her own way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And tell us about your
The
character.
sacrifices of the families are bigger than the sacrifices of the men. I think we've started this series called Unsung Warriors because there are so many such heroes and stories which people do not know too much. Tanhaji is very famous in Maharashtra. He's fought for the whole country.
True.
He fought Aurangzeb, who was sitting in Delhi. Aurangzeb, he stopped him from taking over the whole south. The map of India would have changed. So he's fought for the country, but people do not know too much about him. It's sad that our history is not promoting such people. Our history has gotten limited till, I would say, till the Britishers. Because when the Britishers came in, I think they altered our history. They didn't want such people to know about such people, that people can make such sacrifices and fight for the country.
True.
It was their intention to curb everything down. After that, we've not changed our textbooks, I would say. So I think it gives you a sense of pride, a sense of achievement, and how it has been so difficult for such people to get freedom. And if we know that, we start respecting freedom. And if we start respecting freedom, I think we sort out most of the issues in our country.
True.
As much as we love our family, if we start loving our, I'm not saying we can make such big sacrifices. We cannot. It's not practical. We are not cut. That's why these guys are somewhere else and we are somewhere else. But at least that little bit of effort, if it starts coming in, that these guys have achieved so much and we are letting it go, I think world would change.
It's a work of fiction at the end of the day, but how much of true history has been retained and how much cinematic liberty has been taken?
Whatever true history is there has been retained. But the true history is of just 1.5 pages. So when you make a film, you dramatize it, you add scenes. Now they've written how the wife's character was, how he was when he left for war, what she must have felt. But you don't know what their relationship was.
There are no exact dialogues written over there as to
there
what.
are no scenes written. See, when you make a film, you have to imagine that, you have to dramatize that. When you work a scene, how do you dramatize it also? You add background music, you shoot it, there's a trolley shot for a reaction. So you have to dramatize things. The war was fought. It was very difficult. These guys were only 300, they were more than 2,000. Getting into Kondana Court is not possible. Kondana Fort, so they had to climb. They went in from behind, and the wall they had to climb, the mountain, was an impossible task. More than that is not written. What is the strategy behind it? How did they get in? How did they fight?
Right.
It's not written. There was a fight and it was won.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you have to imagine all this. So sticking as close as possible to history and events. You need to dramatize things. You need to
Take
visualize
that cinematic
Liberty.
Visualize it.
Yes.
So to visualize it, that you have to make a screenplay of 2 hours, right?
Fans are going gaga over your look. You look spectacular.
Thank you.
In
I
that
think so
attire.
too.
That Nawari sari, that Mangal Sutra, that nut. What exactly went into making that look so complete?
It's a look that is not alien to me because it's something that I wore on my wedding day as well. and it's also what I've seen my grandmother, my great grandmother, a lot of my relatives wear off and on during weddings and during functions, family functions as well. So it's not something that I'm completely alien to. But yes, there was a lot more to it for this particular look. I have to give credit to Om and to Nachiket Barve, who has done my clothes for the film, and Mickey, contractor, who's done my makeup for the film. I think all three of them worked very, very hard to create this Savitri, and bring her to life. And it would take me at least 2.5 hours every day to get ready, and you know, that's 2.5 hours. If you know me at all, you know for a fact that 2.5 hours is just too much. So yeah, that's my sacrifice. And but at the end of 2.5 hours, when I looked into the mirror and, you know, with the padar on the head and with the jewelry and everything, you saw a character standing back and staring back at you. And I think 50% of the battle is won with the look itself. Of course, the sets were fantastic. They were amazingly created, and every time I stood on the sets, in fact, I felt like I was in a different world. You actually feel like that because, you know, with the padar on your head and with the whole thing, and with we had these lovely brass samays on the set as well. Because there was no electricity. So we had these lovely brass samays which were all lit up, and it was like literally like stepping into another world completely. We've also done the film in 3D. So that's, I feel like when you watch it in 3D, in fact, you actually feel like you are stepping into that time completely. So it's going to be a complete experience.
Sharat Kelkar is playing Shivaji, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in the film. Was there this temptation to show his part, I mean, more than required? And how did you kept it precise? Because the story is about Tanhaji and not Shivaji Maharaj.
Exactly. We are trying to make something who was under Shivaji, respected, loved Shivaji, was his king, and died for the country and for Shivaji Maharaj. So it was Tanhaji's story, but Shivaji is the most important. Shivaji Maharaj is the most. He was the most important character. We've kept him as much as required and as much as justified.
In the recent past, we had good movies where this Marathi content was so heavy. For example, Bajirao Mastani, and Ranveer Singh was appreciated in that film because of the lingo he picked up. It was so beautifully done. Then in the Panipat also, Arjun Kapoor was appreciated for that Marathi lingo. Kajol, you are Maharashtrian yourself, I'm Maharashtrians. But this is the kind of language that we do not use at home in our day-to-day basis.
But intentionally, we've not gone into that lingo.
Yeah.
Because we have a Marathi version of it. So if people want to see that lingo. And as I said, that these heroes who are just known in Maharashtra, they need to be known all over the world, all over the country. So I think it would restrict us. So we've intentionally kept the lingo very much Hindi.
Okay. But what work has gone into it to get it right, pitch perfect?
The writers have worked the way they had to work. And there's a little bit of attitude which would come, but apart from that,
We have definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, you have got that
words here
flavor
and
in
there.
it,
We've
and you've
kept
got
that
the
flavor,
certain.
but not
You've
too
got.
much.
Yeah, we haven't kept it too much in that.
And how did you ensure that Singham ka swag and those dialogue and that dialogue bazi does not come into play?
No, that when you start thinking like the character, I mean, it comes accordingly. I don't. When I reach the set and wear a costume, I start thinking like how Tanhaji or how Singham would think, and that changes everything. And there's not too much of effort that that swag should.
Right.
It changes automatically.
So we'll conclude this interview with this. I'm going to throw some proverbs. These are Marathi proverbs. You have to translate them into English. Just give us a meaning if you can't get the words right. Kajol, brace yourself.
Yeah.
तीन तिघाड़ा काम बिघाड़ा.
तीन तिगाड़ा काम बिगाड़ा तो सबको मालूम है.
No, exact English proverb, the equivalent.
The English proverb would be too many cooks spoil a broth.
No. Whose company these are?
Exactly, he's got that right. सगळे चकाकते ते सोने नसते.
Oh, everything that glitters isn't gold.
Superb. उथळ पाण्याला खळखळाट फार.
I didn't understand. What does it mean?
Means that I think it means that empty vessels make the
That's
most
correct.
noise.
Superb. Last two. टाळी एका हाताने वाजत नाही.
बोलो बोलो बोलो.
Come on,
इतना
I'll
तो
help
बोल
you.
सकते हो.
It takes two
It takes two to tango.
Superb. Last one. वासरात लंगडी गाय शहाणी. Difficult.
What?
वासरात लंगडी गाय शहाणी.
I know this one. This is that. Andho mein Kana Raja.
Exactly. Among the blind, one-eyed is the king.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.